back and have that interaction with the art. It's really nice.
Mhm.
And we can
Yeah.
actually take it closer here. And if you want to say anything, specific about these, you can, and just tell us when you want us to switch it.
Okay. The larger paintings, actually, if you can go back to well, maybe everybody can remember, none of them are framed.
Yes, they're canvas.
Yeah. The whole back black wall is paintings that are painted on all 5 sides. All 5 edges are painted, front and 4 sides.
That's true.
And I did that on purpose, not knowing that it was going to be on one wall, but just that it makes it look as solid as a rock, maybe, that it's painted on all the sides. Maybe it is a solid piece and that it's not framed. Gives it a certain freedom. I was told early on in my painting career that you should always frame a landscape because it makes it look like you're looking through a window.
Oh.
And I hadn't always thought too much about that. But as I look at my landscape paintings around my home, they're almost every single one framed because it just feels right. But these didn't feel right to be framed. I like the edges painted, and it's not just painted black or white. The rock actually rolls around to the edge. So yes, you can keep taking, some of the rocks are tiny, some are large. Some of them are as they actually were in the painting from from the subject matter when I photographed it. Like in this one, there's Petoskey stones up above in the 11 o'clock hour of the marble. That one right there, yeah, is a Petoskey stone, and down here at the bottom too. Yes, similar. They're actual stones from my childhood that I collected when I was young.
Carol, we had someone recognize those as Petoskey
Really?
stones in the
Did
gallery.
you?
Cool.
Yep. Yep. And I actually had one at home, so I brought it in so people can see one in real life. And yours look better than mine.
Well, they are.
Yeah, they are. So that was really neat.
Yeah, my siblings and I grew up in Michigan and near Petoskey, Michigan, where Petoskey stones are found, and we did quite a bit of collecting of Petoskey stones. So, yes, that's why I knew what they looked like, and it just seemed fun to paint. I did it with my finger.
Oh my
Awesome.
goodness.
That one was done with fingertips. Yep.
Cool.
Go ahead. Now, this one was an unusual one for me because I always contain my marbles in the stones, and I usually put just one. And something inside me just burst, and there I was with 4 marbles in the drawing. And one of them was in the sky acting like a sun or a moon or a something. And I entitled it Bounce, that maybe it was in action, and it's just completely different from any of them. And I love to paint skies, and I just thought I would do a marble landscape.
There you go.
Love it.
Great color.
Yeah.
Mm.
This marble, I guess I've painted most of any of them. I collect marbles that have been made by artisans. I went to Corning, New York, and bought marbles from real people who blow them, blow marbles for a living. And so this one is so colorful, and in any position that I find this marble, it's paintable. So I've given it quite a bit of presence in my paintings. Yeah, and I like this one because it's so peaceful.
Mhm. Close up.
I love the texture in this one.
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun.
Last
And
one.
this one this one is also peaceful. And when it was finished, before I varnished it, I couldn't believe that I had painted a pink marble. It was pink and green when in the actual marble as I was doing it, and I just opted not to add the green. So this was just it turned out well, is what I'm saying. I'm pleased with it.
Oh, good. So now we're going to show the next wall. And this is a mixture of colored pencil and acrylic paint.
And one oil.
And one oil. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, in the gallery, we're gonna look at the.
Where are we going to begin?
Just today, we sold the marble one that has the 5 vertical marbles. So that's like always exciting.
You can start
Yes,
over.
that's the oil. The one that's
That's
sold.
the oil.
The one that's sold is the oil. Yes. And this one is colored pencil. My son gave me one year this brass holder for marbles.
Oh.
And I have used it in so many paintings. I just love that little thing. And the tall glass item is a hummingbird feeder. It's a hand-blown glass one next to the perfume bottle. The glass feeder has a tube that goes in it too. So it's just lovely.
She did this and that.
Right. And there's another one that's similar but different color.
Here's
Yeah.
that little holder again.
What a
And
great idea
I
that
also,
holder
I
is.
collect pumpkins, beautiful pumpkins, and this one is part of my collection.
Cool.
Stacked was I set it up in reality in my studio with cardboard box around it, put the marbles like that and photographed it. So I knew how they would look and what would reflect. And this painting is not framed. I painted a marbleized frame around it. So all the edges are made to look like it's marble.
Mhm.
So this one is, that was the only oil painting. I enjoyed painting it, but they take so darn long to dry.
Mhm.
But she likes it. I'm so glad that it's going to Arizona to live.
Mhm.
This one, I hadn't framed it until December. And I just wish I had done it sooner because I really like what I did. The framing is beautiful on it. The thing is alive. It sat in my studio for years, unvarnished, unframed. It's on a masonite panel, prepared for art, reality. And I just didn't know how pretty it was until it was treated properly.
Mhm.
So it's lovely. I'm just really tickled with this one. And here we are with another leather and lace sort of painting, but this one had not been painted before. There's nothing under there that you would love to see.
I love that.
So this one, I wanted to do something in shades of gray, and just do a lace and tether it, stretch it out. And so the things that are holding this are wrapped around the canvas. I mean, painted to look like that.
Mhm.
And I just enjoyed painting it. It was just, it's the last painting I did for the show. And I knew it was going to be different. I liked it.
The next one is alive too.
Mhm.
And this one is called Losing My Marbles. It's one of my first paintings that I did outdoors in my courtyard. I set it up. The sunshine was bright. The teacup had marbles in it on a Battenberg lace on a edge of a table, and they were just tumbling out of the cup. And it was the first painting that I entered on a daily painting website. So my very first daily painting, and I did paint every single day and posted every day for 4 years.
Whoa.
This one was the first one. I should have known by losing my marbles that I would be losing my marbles. Yeah, I painted every day for 4 years. I have many of those paintings still in my studio. I have about 2,000 paintings
Holy crap.
in my studio.
That's love.
Mhm.
Next one. We have
Shelved
show.
was the second to the last painting that I did for the show. I had done, can you go to the next one first?
Mhm.
I had done this one and I liked the black and white nature of it. Okay, go back to shelved. But I wanted to do one that wasn't quite so dramatic. I wanted more shades of gray and just some black and some white, but mostly gray. And I arranged these marbles. I do own them all, but they actually are in color. So I just replaced color with a shade of gray. So wherever it is a particular gray, it was a particular color. So that's how that one started and ended. And then tabled. This one is large. It's what, 16 by 40, I believe.
Mhm.
And all of those marbles are in color as well. And this was my first attempt at turning something that was very colorful into something very restricted color palette wise. And I tried to get the bubbles inside the marbles to look like they were really inside, and thoroughly enjoyed painting this painting. Loved every minute of it. I had it in my kitchen for a while. And when it had to be traveling to La Crosse, I thought, okay, goodbye. Bye, have fun. Yeah,
We
I
love
do
it
miss
here.
it. It's one of my favorites. It's really large and really lovely.
Oh, thank you so much for the descriptions and
You're
for
welcome.
sharing your art with us. We love
Go
having
through
it
the
in the
walls again.
gallery. It's bringing smiles to a lot of faces. We do have an online virtual gallery on our website where everything is pictured as well if you want to see it close up again. There's also the sizes and prices on them,
As well as
Good.
as well as on Facebook.
Mhm.
There's also a really amazing video that Carol gave us on our website and also on Facebook.
Mhm.
She talked about some things today, but there's other things too. So if you watch that, you'll learn more even.
Mhm.
So our gallery continues to be open to the public. We encourage appointments for social distancing, but Monday through Friday from 9 to 5.
6
And
o'clock.
Oh,
Carol,
tell them about your meals.
oh, thank you. So, COVID happened and everything has to be a little bit different. So Tony, the executive director, had this great idea. Why don't we let couples and friends or, families, COVID circles, come into our gallery and they can be the only ones here. And they can bring in their carry-out food from a local restaurant and dine in the art gallery. And they have an hour of the gallery all to themselves. It's very safe. We've had people celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, and it's just people feel safe and invigorated by the art. So yeah, we're doing that. We're doing a Valentine's special with champagne and chocolate, and it's all good.
Thank you.
Any final words, Carol? And we can definitely leave this
Can I
open
see who all is still here?
talk. Pardon?
May I see who's here? Can I see all the people again?
Absolutely.
All
Your
my
your
peeps.
tribe is here.
I like all my peeps. Okay, thank you so much
see
for
everybody?
coming.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I
People-
appreciate it.
You
I'm
can
still
unmute
here.
yourself and
Goodbye.
talk for sure.